Hello, Facebook world. GMC back to update you on a couple of new shows and a couple of new appearances, and just give you a little bit of background as to where I've been and who I've met, and pretty exciting things that are happening right now. Thank you for joining me. If you can hear me, please click the like button, and this way we will. I'll know that you're there, and I'll know that you can hear me. And I'll remind you that a little bit later. If you have any questions along the way, you can type them in, and I'm going to try to answer them. Last time, I answered them by typing most of the answers. It took forever. So hopefully I'll be able to just answer your questions here live tonight. First off, since I last talked to you, I was on the road a little bit. A few weeks ago, I was in Scranton, Pennsylvania with Justin Glory and Backbreakers, the Backbreakers Pro Wrestling Training Center in Scranton. And I did a clinic on the business of pro wrestling. And it was really good. The guys that came were into it, asked a lot of good questions. I challenged them a little bit, and we did it right at ringside. That night there was a Grand Slam wrestling event, so we had a pretty good time. I got some good feedback from those folks, and a lot of things that people don't think about when they're training to be wrestlers. So as I told them, you want to know about what to do in the ring, you talk to Justin Glory, your trainer. But as far as marketing yourself, as far as developing your character, as far as taking care of yourself, knowing how to interact with promoters, knowing it's not so much what you say, but how you say it. It's the same thing in any industry. But one thing that is very different is that if you are talented enough, and if you are lucky enough, and you make it, and you reach your goal, halfway through your life, you're going to be over. It's going to be over. And you have to prepare yourself now for life after wrestling. So we talked about all those kinds of things. So I appreciate and send out it's a shout out to Backbreakers. Once again, if you're watching, please click the like button, and this way we'll know you're there, and we'll check out your questions a little bit later. Then I stayed on that night, and I don't do this very often, but I announced the main event at the Grand Slam Wrestling show. And it was, what a good organization they are. Very solid. Sometimes I go to do these guest appearances, whether I'm announcing or not, and some nights you feel comfortable. Sometimes it's like, you feel like you're intruding. But these guys really made me feel comfortable. Back in February, when I had my Beyond Body Slam show up in Scranton, we all had gone out for pizza, and, well, I drank root beer, but beer. And so I knew everybody, sort of. And I thank those folks too. So that was a really good night. Then the next weekend, I traveled down to Virginia. Classic Pro Wrestling had gotten permission from the Crockett's. Once again, click the like button if you can hear me. Wow. We have a lot of people checking in. Anyway, and the Classic Pro Wrestling organization had gotten permission from the Crockett Foundation. Now, this is a charitable foundation that is run by Jim Crockett Sr.'s granddaughter. They do a lot of good work in the community. And Classic Pro Wrestling had gotten permission to bring back to life the Jim Crockett, at the time it was the Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup. And so they had the Jim Crockett Foundation Tag Team Tournament. And so I was able to reconnect with the Barbarian, who was there, one half of Powers of Pain. The Rock and Roll Express, it was my opportunity. It's the first time I saw Ricky and Robert since they won their Hall of Fame status. So I got an opportunity to congratulate them. There were even a couple of wrestlers from that were a tag team from Scranton. I'm sorry, I don't remember the names, but from the the Backbreakers organization that I talked about before. Who else did I see? Oh, Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant was there. He was guest referee for the main event, and that was really cool. He did a great job. It was good to see him and to introduce him again. Since I introduced the main event and he was the referee for the main event, we got to be in the ring together a little bit. I got the Boogie Woogie hug. Made my night, absolutely. So I thank the people from Classic Pro Wrestling. Also, the Hebners were there, doing better than ever. Tommy Young, one of the best referees in the history of pro wrestling. He works, believe it or not, he works with the Crockett Foundation. So it was good to see Tommy too. I'm probably forgetting someone, but I'll come back to that if it comes to me. Anyway, so that's where I've been, and I thank Classic Pro Wrestling. I think we're going to be working together again in the future. I don't know, maybe bring my my stage show to their area. Yeah, so and we'll talk about the stage show a little bit. I have big news about the stage show, and some discount tickets and stuff like that. Once again, if you're listening in, please click like, and I'll know you're there. So now, upcoming, I have something new. I was planning to just spend the summer on the beach. That's all I wanted to do. That was it. But then I got a call from a promoter who had asked if I would be interested in going to a convention, Collector Fest in Philadelphia. I had never been before, and it's kind of close to where I am. So I thought, I can. It's a Saturday. The beach is kind of busy on Saturday. So if there's one day to stay away from there, and maybe hopefully it'll rain that day, so I won't feel so bad about being away from the beach. But anyway, I will be in Philadelphia. Now that is Saturday, August the 12th. It is in Philadelphia at, I don't know what it's called anymore. It was the old ECW Arena. I want to say 2300 Arena. If you know, just message it here and post it, and if I see it, I'll pick it up and make the correction. So no, that's not a stage show. That's and that's not a ring announce. I'm not going to be ring announcing, but I'll be there to say hello to everybody. I'll have my book, and just drop by. If you're in the area, drop by. That night, Tommy Dreamer's got a big wrestling show in the same building, so I'm not staying for that. But I will be there in the afternoon at the Collector Fest. It's Saturday, August 12th, Philadelphia. Actually, I'll give Tommy Dreamer a little plug for New Jersey. The night before, Ricky and Robert told me that they're going to be in New Jersey for Tommy Dreamer. It's in Freehold. It's on Route 9, and I can't remember the name of the place, but I pass it a lot. Anyway, they have a big show there. Friday night, August 11th, for Tommy Dreamer. If you're in New Jersey in that area, you want to check out his terrific promotion. And then the next night, Saturday night, August 12th, the day that I'll be at Collector Fest. Shameless. This is shameless. But honest, Tommy doesn't even know that. I don't even know Tommy. So I just thought for fans who want to know what's going on. Oh, there it is. Icons of Wrestling Comic Book Collector Fest. But that doesn't tell me the name of the building. So tell me the name of the building. Anthony. Hi, Anthony. I will be there with bells on. I'm looking forward to it. So mark that down on your calendar. I'm going to be doing actually 3 conventions, but the other 2 aren't until the fall. So it's easier to check things out during the summer for those people that are in for those people that are in school. So check it out. We're looking forward to it. It'll be a good day. So the last time I was on, we talked a little bit about my stage show. And my stage show, I'm starting up again in October. I have Atlanta on Friday the 13th. Leave it to GMC to come up with some really lucky day to do this. The next day, Tampa, just Saturday, October 14th. And then Sunday, the 15th of October, I'll be in Orlando. So I'm really looking forward to that weekend of doing the stage show. Actually, the Friday show, it's in the Atlanta area. It's in Conyers, Georgia. And we're going to have a real good time. Tickets have already, now we're, 3-4 months away, and tickets have already been selling. So I appreciate that. Thank you for planning ahead. That actually helps. For those that purchase tickets in advance, it helps to kind of set what we can do that night. I'll have a better idea as to what kind of crowd we're going to have. What was that? Why are you not in the Hall of Fame? Read my book. Oh, that's a great one. Who asked that question? Oh, Stevie. I don't know. Don't ask me. It's like a person who's inducted into a Hall of Fame. They don't write a resume and request to be in the Hall of Fame. Come on, Stevie. I had nothing to do with that. I actually am in, Stevie. Yeah, and you may have been trying to rib Senor there. When I say Senor, that's my teaching name. You may have been trying to rib GMC there. Actually, I am in the NWA Mid-South Hall of Fame. So there, Stevie, in case you were trying to shoot one at me. Where was I, Stevie? I should never have looked at these questions so early. Oh, man. There it is. Thanks, Anthony. 2300 South Swanson Street in Philadelphia. So it's the 2300 Arena. 2300 South Swanson Street in, I think that's South. It's in Philadelphia. I don't want to get into any trouble. It's in Philadelphia. And just, you know where it is. People have been to that arena forever. And so just GPS it, like I'm going to GPS it, because I always get lost down that way. Maybe before the convention, stop for a cheesesteak. I think the best cheesesteaks in Philly are in that area, right? It's Geno's and, oh, geez, now I'm going to get into trouble with people they are crazy about who has the best cheesesteaks in Philly, Geno's or Pat's. And I'm not voting on either one. I'll take one from each. But anyway, go get a cheesesteak in Philadelphia. It's Saturday, August the 12th, and come on over to Collector Fest. We're going to have a good time. And in fact, I think, and that night, Tommy Dreamer's in that arena, but there are other wrestling events in the area too. You know where there's a wrestling event that night, August 12th? Hamburg, at the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Now, for you folks that are my age, that's where we did the WWF TV tapings, Hamburg, Pennsylvania. What a crappy place that always was, but it was a wonderful place. Crappy isn't necessarily a bad thing. It was fun. It was grimy and gritty, and it's probably has 30 years more of grime and grit on it. So it's probably even better than it was in the 70s. I don't know who's running that either, but there's a free plug for that. And then in South Jersey, there's another one. Sorry to throw. Stevie's back. No, you're not trying me off. No, that's okay. He's apologizing for throwing me off track. It doesn't take much. Trust me, Stevie. If you came to one of my stage shows, Stevie, you'd see that I go on rants, and then I always find my way back to where I want to be. Don't worry about it. I got it under control, Stevie. But thank you. And Anthony, what do you want to say? Tony Luke's. A third choice for a cheesesteak? No. It's either Pat's. I've heard this my whole life. Pat's or what's the other one? Oh, Geno's. But he says I don't know. Maybe he's buddies with Tony Luke. I don't know who Tony Luke is. Anyway, so that's where I will be. Now let's get on to the stage show. I'm going to I want to encourage people to pick up tickets early. Like I said, it's very helpful for us to have a better idea as to the kind of attendance we're going to have. Once again, if you're out there and you can hear me and, yeah, you like what you're hearing, or if you hate what you're hearing, I don't really care. Click the like buttons, please. Just post something, post questions. I have no idea if I can how to access all the questions, but I'm going to try later, and we'll see. So I'm going to be in Atlanta Conyers Friday, October 13th. I'm going to, and that's Center Street's Art Theater. Then I'm going to be at the Tampa Showman's Club in Tampa, Florida, on Saturday night, October 14th. That's going to be huge. Then the next afternoon, it's a matinee at 3:05. I'm going to be in Orlando. It's going to be the first time, at least this is what I think is going to happen. It's going to be the first time that I'm going to be doing my stage show from inside a ring. Isn't that cool? Like, I usually do theater, so I'm on the stage, but that's a special matinee on Sunday, 3:05. I should have given the times for the other ones. Atlanta Conyers is 7:35 p.m. Tampa, 8:05. They tell me that the folks in Tampa start later than everyone else, or that, I don't know why. I don't know what you have to do that's so important that you can't get to the theater by 7:35. But for whatever reason, Tampa folks, they don't want to get to the theater until 8:05. So that's okay. I can wait. I have no place to go. I'm just going to be hanging out, waiting for you, and having a good time in Tampa at the Showman's Club Saturday, October 14th, 8:05 p.m. And then the next afternoon at 3:05, it's a matinee in Orlando at Pro Wrestling 2.0 Training Facility. Now this is, like I said, it's the first time that I'm doing the show from inside the ring, so we're going to have a really good time. People here are arguing about cheesesteaks still. If you like Tony Luke's, if you know what Tony Luke's is, hit the like button. Let me know, because I really think that's nuts. It's Pat's or Gino's, but we're not in Philly anymore. We're in Orlando. So Alex Porteau, Alex as Alex the Pug Porteau from WWF, terrific wrestler. He now trains students in the Orlando area. He invited me to do my show in his facility. So how could I say no? It's excellent. I'm happy. Plus, I'm coming from New Jersey, so Atlanta, Tampa, Orlando, I need someplace to go. I need someplace I don't want to just, drive down all the way that way for one show. So it's great, because in a weekend, it's a double-decker in Florida, and on my way through Atlanta, I'll be stopping there on the Friday night. So I'm really thrilled about that. And then Asbury Park, New Jersey. Asbury Park is Saturday, October 28th. Asbury Park is a very funky little city. It might be a mistake to be doing my show in Asbury Park so close to Halloween, but whatever. I just, like Dusty used to say, live at the end of the thunderbolt, like, who knows what's going to happen. Now, all of these theaters and venues for my stage show are really small. So you really need to get in there and pick up your tickets early, not to be shut out. Now, in order to encourage you to do that, I have a special discount that's going to be running the next 48 hours from right now on Eventbrite.com and until Tuesday night at 10 p.m. So we give you 2 full days. If you go there and you purchase tickets in the next couple of days, I am forgiving all fees. There will be no extra charges. You'll just pay the value of the ticket, and there will be no service fees. But you have to use the access codes. So for the premium meet and greet VIP tickets, the code is no fees with an S, no fees. And if you want to pick up a general admission ticket, then the promo code is no fee. That's singular. They had to be different. I couldn't put them both in the same. So anyway, if you go to Eventbrite.com, you search, you just put body slams in, and boom, you'll see Conyers, Georgia, Tampa, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Asbury Park, New Jersey. And then when you click the ticket button, it asks if you have a promo code. So if you want the meet and greet ticket, no fees is what you enter. If you want the general admission, no fee, singular, is what you enter. And it will take, what it will do is it'll reduce the price of the ticket to absorb the ticket fee. And this way you'll pay only what the ticket says, nothing extra. So, and I don't get that. I don't get those fees. You know, Eventbrite has to make a few bucks. So that's how that works. I will be posting on Facebook and Twitter the details of those special offers where you can save money if you buy Beyond Body Slams tickets to any of my shows that are now on sale before Tuesday night. I'm going to be posting the promo codes and everything that you need to know, so that you can go back and it's easier just to see it than to hear me and do it that way. Now, so as you can see, I'm jammed up with Beyond Body Slam stage shows in October. What about November? Well, I'm working on 2 cities, and I'm going to mention the cities that are probably going to happen, but they're not confirmed. One city that I really would like to go to, which I've heard over and over again is such a great wrestling city, is Louisville, Kentucky. So I've been talking to a theater manager in Louisville, and hopefully we can make that happen. But I can't say any more about it because I don't know. I don't have any more information about it. I don't even want to mention a potential date because that'll just confuse everybody. I do a pretty good job of confusing you all on my own, so I don't need to throw anything else in. The other city that it's more definite is New York City, and once again, that's not totally signed on the dotted line, but I'm 99% sure that in November I'll be bringing my Beyond Body Slam stage show to New York City, and I'm thrilled about that. You know, that's. People always had said to me back in the winter, you know, Gary, you're in Pittsburgh, you're in Baltimore, you're in Greensboro, you're up in Massachusetts with the stage show. Like, why don't you bring it to New York? And it's like, well, I just wasn't ready yet. So now I'm ready, and we will hopefully in November be there. By the way, Jim Ross has his question and answer there in, I think it's SummerSlam weekend in August. So check out Jim, and then come by and check out my show, August, September, October, 3 months later. So I'm pretty sure the New York City show will be in November. The next time we have a chat, I'll have definites. Am I going to Louisville? Am I not going to Louisville? When? You know, where? New York City. You know, when I can confirm that, I will let you know. So those are the updates. The immediate future is August. I'm supposed to be on the beach, but I will come to Philadelphia. Hopefully it'll rain, so I won't feel so bad. At the Collector Fest at the 2300 Arena. That's Saturday, August the 12th. Boom. So if anyone has any questions, you better put them on now, because I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to go back and answer questions by typing, because that takes forever. It just like forever. So if you like the news I've given you so far, and you want me to answer some questions, then please hit the like button so that I know that we're communicating. And they're still arguing about the cheesesteaks. I'm so happy I brought that up because it has nothing to do with me. So Tim just joined and Bobby joined, and I'm going to take my glasses off because I think I can see this a little bit better. I don't know. If anyone had asked a question and it's not, oh, I see. There are a lot of comments here. I don't know how to access them. So you better, if you asked a question before, I don't know that I'm going to be able to see it. I would love to read reduce the picture of me that I have because I don't need to see myself and expand this other. Tim joined. Felipe joined. Felipe habla español, Felipe? I hope so, Felipe. Wow, look at all the people that have joined us. Anyway, if there are questions, maybe I just am not able to access them. I don't know. I know who posted. I just don't know what you posted. So if you have anything that you want to ask me about, so I got all my news out to you. Remember those fee-free discounts. So over the next 48 hours, because that's no reason for you to have to pay extra for a ticket. I just went to see a show at a new cabaret in southern New Jersey, which is a really cool place. It's called The Vault. And for those of you folk singer fans, Sarah Lee Guthrie is the person who I went to see, who is the granddaughter of Woody Guthrie and the daughter of Arlo Guthrie, and she was doing her own show at this intimate cabaret in Berlin, New Jersey. It's called The Vault. It's a new place, but it doesn't feel new when you're inside. It's very cool and intimate. Maybe someday I'll do my my stage show there, but it was really nice. Anyway, okay, I know I'm going to close this. There are going to be all kinds of questions. It's going to take me hours to answer. I just wish I could see these questions here. Todd is still talking about Tony Luke's. I don't know. Why did I even start that? Okay. Well, I'll go back. Any questions you have tonight. If you see this on the replay, don't expect me to come back and answer questions forever. You can always send me a message. You can always ask a question. But just to come back to the same post is like, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So this will be up. I'm going to be changing the Facebook header so you can have all the information. Remember, over the next 48 hours, you purchase a ticket for my stage show in Atlanta, Tampa, Orlando, or Asbury Park. You won't have to pay any ticketing fees. Just use the promo codes. I've got Harry down here who wants to say hello, but she's not going to say hello tonight. I'll introduce you to Harry another time. She's insisting on getting on camera, but it's not going to happen. So you use those promo codes and at eventbrite.com, and you won't have to pay any fees, and that'll make me happy too, because I don't want you to pay fees. So anyway, thank you very much for joining. If you had if you found this informative, I mean, look at what I told you. Not only about my stuff, I told you about Jim Ross. I told you about Tommy Dreamer. I told you about Hamburg. I told you about all these things, especially if you live in the Northeast. News you can use. You may not care about it, but you could use it. Thank you so much. It was fun being here. I wish we had more to talk about than cheesesteaks, but hey, I'll answer the questions that you leave now. Please be sure, if you had a good time, click like and have a good night. I'll see everyone who travels to Philly on August the 12th. Thanks, everybody.